Hey everybody. Hey everybody. Do my sound check there. Sorry. I tried to put on a song and get back before it was going to be over. I see I wasn't quite able to pull that off, but that's okay. I needed to go and get me some coffee. Oh no, it's dropped my game capture, hasn't it? That's sad. This always happens, man. Alright, there we go. We got it back. Not always the way that works out, but we got it back, so that's good. How are you, Andorf? Hope you are well. Good to see you as always. Alright, I think we're about ready to dive in here. Sorry, I've been trying to get on here for like 2 hours, guys. No kidding. I've been trying to get on here for like 2 hours. And one thing or another has gotten twisted up or in my way or something. It was the way it was meant to be, right? Apparently. But some more, you know, it's hard when you have a family and you've got kids that need you, especially. My son and my oldest son had his first, you know, true love, as they say in The Princess Bride. For those of us who have seen The Princess Bride or read the book, I'm pretty sure they do the true love thing in the book too, though I've only read it once long ago, so I really don't remember. I definitely remember the movie better. But anyway, the point is they do the, you know, true love. He's got his first true love here. And some parents on the other side of things, the young lady's side here, that are not big fans of him. They're not big fans of him, so 8 hours stream. I mean, I'm probably going to be on here on and off for most of the day. Yeah, most of the rest of the day I'm going to be on here. And we are going to try to get in as much streaming as possible, Andorf, yes. Yes. So we'll start here with my 30 plus 3. Typical sort of scrub look, scrub outfit going on here. No twinking, unless you consider going, you know, slightly outside of this area to be twinking to the Karthus catacombs, but I don't. I consider twinking to be more of like getting super high level end game stuff like the Prisoner's Chain and the Super Havel's Ring. And we haven't done. It was very loud. And we're going to do one more sound check here. Hello. 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 Echo. Echo. Yeah, that's pretty good. It seems a little loud right now, but if we end up going into any bosses, which we may have to do here at some point, it hopefully won't. Hopefully it'll balance itself out, is what I mean to say, because the bosses are always really loud. So let's see what we got going on. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. See, there's all kinds of stuff going on now. We can do the Cathedral of the Deep again. Got the Cleansing Chapel. We're going to wait for a minute and see if we go anywhere as a watchdog. And then we'll try red invasions and go from there. But if this doesn't go very well, we've got some other characters to try and to get ready. We're almost ready with our new level 10. So I messed up my last level 10 pretty badly. I was just going too quickly. For anyone who watched the stream, you already know what I'm talking about. I forgot to do Yol properly, and so I didn't have access to some of the rings and stuff that honestly are good to have. So I went ahead and just took that level 10, this guy, up to a level 35. The only thing I forgot this time is I was trying to go too quickly, and so I don't have the mound makers. I'm pretty sure this was the guy. Yeah, here we go. We're invading somewhere. Yeah, I don't have the mound makers, but it's like it's not the end of the world. It's okay. We're gonna go as a watchdog here, just cause. No particular reason why. I know everyone hates them. Hello, host. Let us fight. Da 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 Okay, anyway. And anyone who's twinking is gonna trash me because I am not. Or they very well might. Or not. Or you know, it's possible that they may not. It's also possible they may not. He didn't have full health, though. That was sort of lame, right? He didn't even have his full health. But whatever. A win is a win is a win, I guess. Alright, we're off to the races. It was a great start. But yeah, not to share too much, but I just was talking to my son a little bit about what he's going through. It seems that these parents went so far as to take this young lady's phone away from her. And they went through and they, you know, she's claiming that her parents blocked him on all her different social accounts, and it just, the whole thing's very unfortunate. The dad of the young lady doesn't like my son very much, partially because my son didn't suck up to him, which I've met the man, right? I've tried to work this out and talk to him. And, you know, he more or less admitted to me in not so many words that he expected my son to apparently lick his boots, right? To allow him to date his daughter. So it was a little... That's a little weird. The interaction I had with him was a little weird. And then we caught him being dishonest about some things, so I don't have the highest opinion of this gentleman right now. At all. Yeah, it's been something else, Sandor. It's been something else. So, you know, as parents, Soulsborne Prep and I tried to help him. We tried to give him ideas on how to work with it. But at some point, if the parents are really determined for these two not to see each other, there's not a whole lot that we can do. And the things that we tried to do seemed to make it worse. Because I think this guy got it in his head that, you know, my son was really not the guy. He was looking to date his daughter, which, you know, I understand parents being protective of their kids. Of course, I am of mine, I think, as any good parent is. And he kind of got it in his head that he wanted his daughter to date another person. Another young man who he had met before he met my son, that unfortunately his daughter was dating for a little while, like about a week. So I think, you know, it was just a first impression thing, and he really liked this young man, and then it didn't work out. And my son happened to be the second relationship the young lady got into. And so here we are, right? He liked the other guy better, and so I don't think my son was gonna win unless he had a way to young white branch himself into another person, right? There was no way. There was no way. So at this point, it looks like it might be over, but you know, we're just still trying to support him, and he's upset about it, as one can understand. Do we live in the year 1800? Yeah, that's how this guy is responding, 100%. Andorf, absolutely, yeah. It's very much a where is my dowry sort of thing going on here. It's too bad. It's just too bad. Well, we're going to try a red invasion. I don't see that watchdogs are going anywhere very quickly. And we may have to move to the cathedral here. I went to 30 plus 3 because I did a little bit of research. And it looks like 35, like I used to go to on Xbox. Of course, you know, all the consoles, PC, they're a little different. But it seems like 35 on Xbox was good. But here, you want to target more like 25 to 30 for the woods and for the cathedral to get as many invasions as possible. Yeah, here we go. It's not up to any parents anymore. Yeah, we live in 2023. Yeah, and that's what's sad about it is I wish, you know, they were either going to work out or they weren't. And so for this parent to feel like he has to get in there and forcibly stop the relationship, I do feel like that's unacceptable. Just my opinion. Everybody's got their own and they have a right to those opinions. But me personally, I did not think that was the way to deal with it. If the relationship's gonna fizzle out, then it is. There's no reason to intervene. Silly Sif, what's up, bud? Are we under attack? We might be one day here in the States. We'll see how things go. We'll see how things go. We might be under attack from our own government. We'll see. Speaking of attacking, there's no one up here to attack. Unless he's hiding in this corner. Ah! No. Okay, so now we gotta find this dude. Or try to. Man, this feels good though. This is exactly what's missing in Elden Ring invasions. This right here. And it's sad because the world is bigger. The world is bigger, so there should be more of this, you know, going around, trying to figure out where the host is, trying to figure out what your best plan of attack is to take them down. But Elden Ring, they just really boffed PvP hard. In my opinion, they messed PvP up righteously. A very real looking phantom there. I thought you were the host for 2 seconds. The damage is just too high, right? And I've talked about this before. I think they were just trying to balance the PvE portion of the game. Ooh, here we go. So they weren't as worried about it. Oh, they're probably at the boss, man. This is no good. Why hasn't it sent me home? It's weird, dude. What is going on? Are they just fog walling on the inside? Like, I don't get that. I don't get where they are, guys. I don't know where they are. Holy balls, where did they go? Okay. Alright, I'm a little confused. They may be just fog walling me, right? We'll see. We're gonna go ahead and we'll wait for them for a minute right here. We'll take a nap. We'll take a nap. I miss this so much. I miss this so much. He's not in there. Yeah, I don't think so either. It's hard to fog wall the sage. You can stay sometimes right at the beginning. But you go in. It's a fog wall because you have been invaded. Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think too. That's what I think too. Sometimes you can go stand right in the sage's door and it reacts a little bit like Walnir. But you can't move. To do that, you essentially cannot move. You have to basically walk right into the fog gate and then stand there. You can't go further in. You can't do anything. You can basically step right inside. And I don't see him. Usually you're able to see people if they're fog walling. You can kind of make out that something's going on immediately on the other side of the fog wall, or they'll try to attack you or something. In fact, we'll go stand right there. We'll try to attack you or something. I'll be here as a tasty morsel to attack. Maybe maybe they went downtown, but I don't want to mess with that because I feel like if we leave, we're gonna miss our opportunity to fight. But yeah, Elden Ring, the PvP just goes too fast. Like I've said a billion times, they're trying to balance the game, right? The PvE portion of the game, but unfortunately, with some of those bosses just being the Elden Ring bosses, and you know them trying to counter some goofy stuff they put in there, like this Terra Magica, oh gosh, Crystal Sausage. Well, I guess we got him, sort of. Crystal Sausage, sort of. Tomfoolery, where you can essentially just kill the boss in one hit, 2 hits. GG, that's right. You know, they were trying to balance for stuff like that, but, you know, my argument is they shouldn't have put some of those things in the game at all, I think. Some of those really OP magic spells and so on. I don't think they should have been in there at all. Let's head to the chapel for a minute. I don't think they should have been there at all. And then you wouldn't have had to make all the damage values so high, but you did. And you did. And so it ends up with a really imbalanced PvP experience. And I think that evidence of what I'm talking about... Whoa, who are you? I can do push-up. Evidence of what I'm talking about is right there, right? You know, if what I was saying wasn't at least somewhat true, they wouldn't have had to, for the first time ever, divest and separate the PvP from the PvE, and that's what ultimately they ended up having to do. Now, Elden Ring didn't start that way. They did it once they realized they couldn't get the PvP to work. And then even after they separated them, you know, I feel bad for them because they still couldn't get the PvP to work. It's all over very quickly. There's no stalking your opponent. There's no striking them 5-6 times before they're dead. It's, you know, you hit them once sometimes at its most extreme and it's over. Twice, 3 times, maybe 4 times is the most I've ever seen in an Elden Ring battle. You hit somebody about 4 times, maybe, and it's over. Just not very inspiring. And even at its meta values, this game, I feel like, had a lot more going for it. Though the meta battles in Dark Souls 3 definitely go a little faster than at lower level. This is more of the stalking and creeping around and trying to find your opponent, right? At Dark Souls 3 low level, I mean. And it's hard to make a build that's just gonna one-shot people. And I don't really want that. Right? That's not why I'm... Oh my gosh, that poor blue. Oh my gosh, that poor blue. Oh, man. Right, I don't want an over super quick ninja master, samurai master sort of battle. And by that, I mean, you know, when they always say in those sort of Japanese fighter movies, those Chinese fighter movies. Okay, so they haven't been over here yet. Yeah, Chi-Chi. They always say in those movies that, you know, when 2 masters fight each other, it is over in seconds because of their superior skill, right? Well, that may be so, but I'm not into battles like that. Are they down here? Oh, are they over here? Oh, they're up there. Oh. So they're at Rosaria. We gotta go back. Yo. We gotta go back, yo. We're trying to get enough pale tongues to eventually get our invisibility ring, extremely helpful in this game. But we also need... That was clever. They dropped the lift back down to confuse me. Well done, well done. That's what I would have done. That's what I would have done. I was tricked by a master. Phantom McSucky has returned home. They're probably going to DC. They probably think that I slaughtered the blue suddenly. And don't realize that it was not me at all. That he probably fell to his death in this level. It's gravity, right? It's often gravity. Yeah, they just said, screw that, dude. Not fighting him. I tell you, I think I'm on the wrong one. Yeah, I am. I was gonna say this feels like death. Feels like death. It can be kind of hard sometimes to tell where they want you to jump off, but it's right here. Played the game enough, I know. And if we drop there, we should lose enough that one more drink will take us pretty much to full or at full. Yeah. Oui, oui. It is so. Bonk. Let's do it. Let us fight. Oh, is there blue coming? I feel kind of bad fighting this dude, though, because he clearly needs to go into the fog wall, but... I mean, this is Dark Souls, right? The cheat ring. The hide from gank ring is what I prefer to think of it as. As the hide from gank ring, my bro. Yeah, I was gonna say. I see that, dude. I see how's it is. Oh, it didn't give it to me. That's a bunch of poop, dude. Didn't give me that one either. Nice. They got me. Don't think the yellow wants to gank. I don't think they wanted to fight at all. Didn't seem to me like they wanted to fight at all, honestly. Yeah, let's see. 3, and that'll be 4, 5. So we're headed there. Let's go and actually, we go this way, I guess. Yeah, probably. I'm not gonna worry about them souls. It's only 1,000, and it's gonna really distract from us invading. I often leave the souls behind. Yeah, I think he wanted the blue to fight. I agree. It seemed more like he was interested in maybe having the blue fight. And of course then I fell. I don't have my cat ring yet. That'll be what? Here after I kill the deacons, I guess. My gosh, there seems to be a lot of people here. Yo. We're back in the woods too. We're active back in the woods too. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh gosh. It's the giant shooting at people. She's dead. Who are you shooting at, giant? What is happening? So did they go back this way? Are you alone, Jindus? He's probably running out of pistols. That last one was gonna hit. Damn. That was kind of lame. That was sort of lame. Stupid. Undead. Ruined my fight. Took my kill from me. Gank Scrub Invader. Yeah. Yeah, that's generally what happens. That's usually what happens. It feels good to be invading the cathedral again, though, man. It feels good. And I hope Dark Souls 3 will continue to interest people for years to come. Because Elden Ring is not gonna do it. Elden Ring PvP sucks big nads. It's just never gonna be good, clearly. I've waited for over a year. I've tried. Elden Ring PvP is never gonna be good. It'll be okay-ish at best. But it sucks. And clearly they've tried to fix it multiple times to no avail. That's not the way I meant to go. Clearly they've tried to fix it multiple times and it hasn't worked, right? So noob armor. That's a noob armor going on here. Oh, I actually thought that might hit them. Oh gosh. This is a terrible situation. Slow and steady wins the race. Ooh, we got help. We do not want to be frostbitten here. It's a hard no on frost. I would not like a frosty, thank you. Oh, hey, Superman. What's going on? Good to see you. Fact, are you commenting on my Elden Ring PvP rant? Oh, don't do that. Blue? Purple, I mean? That's what I meant? Everyone knew what I meant? I meant purple. One way or the other, somebody's gonna die. What? Are you serious right now? 100%. Boom. That felt good. Felt good. You're mad at me? Understandable. With your dead friend. Hello. Not so saucy now. Wow. I still need the dark hand, guys. I haven't gotten my dark hand yet. That's my backup weapon. Ooh, you summoning again? Dude's very dodgy. You gotta love to see that message, though. They're trying to summon again. You gotta love to see that message. Ooh, nice job. Yes, Elden Ring PvP is meh, yeah. It can be kind of like fun for a minute. But there's just so few builds that work, and so you get tired of it pretty fast. At least I do. I don't like PvP in DS3 either. The panic rolling is almost impossible to hit, says Andorf. That's fair. I mean, everybody has their argument for, you know, which one is best. That's my opinion, Superman. DS3 is the most balanced, so I can deal with some things like the crazy panic rolling. Because the alternative is Dark Souls, the original, where I know everyone's about to stab me, but it's essentially just Elden Ring PvP. It's the same. It has the same problems, except instead of moving quickly, your character moves kind of clunkily and slow, and it doesn't clip along, right? I think DS2 has the worst PvP out of all of them, because of soul memory. So it's, you know, it's everybody's gonna want different things. Everybody's gonna be looking for different things. And for me, while I don't really care for the DS1 PvP, because I think it's, you know, it's kind of the same builds over and over again, the same problem that Elden Ring has. I think DS2 has the main disadvantage. It has a lot of the same disadvantages that DS1 has, as far as the sort of sluggish molasses character movement. There's no Bloodborne in it, right? And then, you know, on top of that, the soul memory makes it just no fun at all. Because you're not getting paired with people who aren't necessarily the same level you are. They're just the same soul memory you are. So you have no idea if out of the, you know, 40 million souls or whatever that they collected, you don't know how many of those were invested in character points, how many were invested in buying items, or how many were just lost to the game. GG's, bro. His blue never came. It was over too quickly. Yeah, my friend, I disagree with that pretty heavily. Respectfully, and/or respectfully. Soul Memory is, in my opinion, probably the worst thing that the Soul series has ever done. It was a gigantic mistake because it created a lot of imbalance within the PvP sector. You don't know who invested what where. And so, I'll come up against one person that they're really easy. And you can tell that they're not the same level that I am. They're just not. There's no way. They're doing barely any damage to me at all, and they have no health. So clearly they're a newer player who it's matching based on the amount of souls that they have quote-unquote collected throughout the game, right? It's not matching based on level, so they're actually not the same level I am. I'm way over-leveled beyond what they are. Or you have the problem where you've got people that you match with evenly, because they have the same soul memory you do, they have the same level you do, and then you have all the Dark Souls 1 problems as far as, how the PvP actually plays. So I think soul memory was a truly garbage idea. It, as a player who entered the series in Dark Souls 2, it was the first one I played. And I definitely sucked. Right at first, I sucked. For like 2 years, I sucked really, really bad. So I can tell you for sure that I constantly was in a situation where when I started dabbling with invading, the reason I gave up on it, the reason I gave up on PvP altogether was actually because of soul memory in my own personal experience. Right, I was a scrub, so I had collected tons and tons of souls. They were in my soul memory. Oh gosh, we're going home. They were in my soul memory bank, but my level was way lower than that soul memory actually represented or made it appear. So, when I tried to invade, I didn't realize it at the time, but I was getting matched against people who were more proficient at the game. They were better players. And so their soul memory matched more of the experience a good player is going to have. They didn't die very often. If they did die, they were able to get back to their souls very easily. They rarely lost them. So, their level was more in line with where I think FromSoft was expecting you to be when you had X soul memory. Hold on, guys. I'll look at chat in a second. I understand I'm ranting and ignoring it. I apologize. Really gonna do this? GG's, bro. Soul memory. Yeah, okay, we read that. Yeah, there is almost no ganking for sure because I think it's hard to gauge that. you know, by the value of the PvP system, because DS2 was, now I love it. I love DS2. I like all the Dark Souls for different reasons. But it was definitely the least popular Souls game they've ever released. You know, to the point where they did remake it right into a second version, hoping to kind of draw some people in that had not liked the original version of Dark Souls 2. So I think it's hard to say why there isn't as much ganking, but I think my guess is that less people were playing, right? So you didn't have as many people playing together as you did in the other games, which was sad, because DS2 in many ways, until Elden Ring came out, it was their best adventure style game. The world's very large. It all sort of went into these new areas and things, a little bit more like Demon's Souls, and that was very cool. There was more of a World 1, World 1-2, World 1-3 feel to Dark Souls 2, while still maintaining a more open world design. I love that about DS2. Superman says the arena is scuffed because of the soul. Yeah, and I gave up on the arena. It's wild. You don't know who you're gonna meet. In DS3, you can party up with each other and get all the equipment for invasions and invade a new player at level 30. Is that more fair? I didn't know we were talking about whether or not it was fair. I thought we were talking about just straight up quality, honestly. I thought we were talking about just straight up, like, overall quality. And you can do that in DS2. You can do that in DS2 as well. That doesn't matter so much because of the ring system. So you can still drop people things, and I've done it myself. You can go through Dark Souls 2 at low level and grab your stuff, right? You can do that. You can twink it or whatever, and then keep invading people at lower level. Again, just by running by the enemies and only grabbing the bosses, right? So it's possible. It's possible. Yeah, it depends on what kind of invader you are, I guess. But I think peeps who play mostly PvP don't need an advantage over a first-time player. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. That's why, again, you'll see here, some people would still say, oh, you're twinking. Because I have the Karthus milk ring on. Get the fuck out of here. Right, that's what I have to say to those people, respectfully, right? Get out of here. I'm using the base Chloranthy ring, base Hovels ring, blue Tearstone. This stuff's accessible to anybody. This armor is accessible to anyone up to the Cathedral. Right? These gloves, which aren't even good, are from the Cathedral. These items are actually accessible to anybody after the Curse-Rotted Greatwood is beaten. So while I, am going to go through and beat the game and keep some items on reserve in case we come against some really nasty ganks, I probably won't twink at all anymore. I think I'm a good enough player. I don't need to do that. And I understand that a lot of people encourage you to do that, and that's part of why I did for a long time. But the more I've played, the more I don't really think it's necessary for truly skilled players. You really shouldn't need to go to the end of the game and get like the Ring of Favor and Protection +3, Hovel's Ring +3, the Prisoner's Chain. At some point, even against ganks, right? I question, could you have done it on your own? Would you have felt better about doing it on your own without all the extra crap, right? Oh my. What is happening here? Are you fighting? Oh my gosh. That, what a mess. They got Hovel, or not Hovel, they got Heisel in here. They got Sunbro in here. Mr. Mound Maker himself. Oh my gosh, that was insane. I said it's imbalanced. It's imbalanced, so it doesn't make for good PvP because you don't ever know who you're gonna get, right? Sometimes you're gonna get Twink, sure. In honestly any of the games, but Soul Memory makes it difficult to get anyone and know anything about like who they are. How even they are to your actual level, and that's a little different than twinking, right? Twinking is dropped items or whatever. You can usually tell when someone's twinking really hardcore, like the guy we encountered a few days ago at the High Wall of Lothric at level 10. He was definitely twinking, right? You could tell. We were there at level 10. He had full lapse armor on, for the love of God. Definitely was wearing like a prisoner chain, Havel's ring. You know, because you know there's no other way he can wear all that stuff at level 10. And even move around. But I think in DS2, it is very difficult to find a good matchup. Ooh, I've been invaded by Longfinger Kirk. I was about to go somewhere too. Oh man, I did go somewhere. Oh yeah, Andorf, this is always just us discussing. I think too often people think I'm trying to convince them of my point of view just because I have a I hold my points of view very strongly and I'm hard to budge, right? If I think something is a certain way, that's probably what I think, right? I'm going to think it today, I'm going to think it tomorrow, and unless somebody just has a really amazing argument that can sway my point of view, by the time I open my mouth with an opinion, I've thought about it, I've had some amount of real world experience with it. Right, I've made up my mind. Which is why I'm talking at all, because I have some form of what I would consider to be an educated opinion, but I'm not trying to sway anybody else. For sure. I'm not trying to insult your opinion. But yeah, if you can't tell, I'll never agree with you. Yeah, if you can't tell, I'm definitely we're not in agreement, right? And that's okay. I know you're a huge DS2 fan. And I am too, just not for the PvP. Not for the PvP. I think it's a great adventure game. And I do like some things about DS2 over the other games. I don't like that they never brought back bonfire aesthetics. What are you doing here, kid? Like, what are you doing, though? For real, man. With your long sword. I wish they had brought back bonfire aesthetics, guys. They were awesome. It's one of the better ideas they've ever had. This guy again? Oh, is it the same guy again? Is he trying to do a weird, like, gank? I'm not sure what's happening here. I'm not even sure what's happening in this invasion. We are all different peeps. Yeah, that's a good thing. Otherwise, everything would be the same and nobody would have any different opinions about anything, and it would be really difficult for us to have any form of progress. And I mean, I have news for everybody. As much as I love Demon's Souls, right? I really do. I love Demon's Souls a lot. But it has flaws too. It has a lot of flaws too. And if we were all the same, then everybody would have either loved or hated Demon's Souls equally. And they would have never improved it. We'd still be putting on a Cling Ring with 2 spell slots. Or 2 ring slots. That's it. That's all we'd have. We'd still be slapping on our Cling Ring just to get to full health as a spirit. Or 70% of our health, 75%, whatever it works out to. I don't think so, long finger cock. Take that. Ooh. Are we almost to... Can we get it? Let's go back and see if we can afford to get our Dark Hand. Because we need a faster backup weapon, which we don't have right now, that takes less stamina, frankly. And we're going to be suffering a little bit until we can hook that up. Oh, yeah! Oh, okay. Okay, I guess we're gonna invade. Oh, we got Watchdogs on. I'm an idiot. That's why I came to the chapel. I'm a freaking idiot. Of course I have Watchdogs on. I've gone somewhere under Watchdogs. What a moron. Holy balls. I need help. I need serious help. Hey, what's up, bro? What's up, guy? You're in serious trouble. See? I almost want to pity you, but that's not my job. Courtesy of your friendly neighborhood scrub invader. Oh man, he probably hates the fuck out of me. Oh boy. The world tendency is, in my opinion, the worst From Software idea. That's you're not gonna get much argument from me. It is something that I enjoy, but I like the idea, and clearly we see it in Elden Ring, in the night-day cycles. They didn't go quite as extreme where like bosses will show up, but as far as I know, NPCs won't move in Elden Ring based on, you know, time of night or time of day. I think a world tendency system that works like that does something like day or night cycles, is awesome. But that's not what they did in Demon's Souls. That's not what they did. What they did is they did this weird BS where it shifts based on whether people's, like the whole community, people in general who are playing the freaking game, whether their actions are good or bad, and it just didn't work out. It did not work out. Yeah, you go and get some sleep, Superman. Thank you so much for coming by to join the Scrub Invader. I really appreciate it, my bro. You take it easy and get a good sleep. We'll see you again, buddy. We will see you again. Yeah, it's constantly depending on how you play Demon's Souls, whether you choose quote-unquote good actions or bad actions, neutral actions, right? And then the game doesn't make it clear in any way what is a good or bad action, or what any of that looks like. So you end up, I feel like, with a problem that's pretty acute, where you have to play the game through like 18,000 times, the game being Demon's Souls, to try to figure out what it wants you to do, where and when. No one has time for that. I love Demon's Souls, but no one has time for that shit.
Hello again.
Hello.
Bless.
Dark Moon loyalty art, we're close. Man, guys, we gotta beat these deacons so we can move on.
Speak honorable.
It was a terrible idea to make it that complicated. Yeah, I was gonna say I thought it was really expensive.
Oh, good how Obek Iberclef left.
Yeah, okay, well I don't feel like killing him. Thank you. Murderous hag. Trying to get me to kill everyone all the time. But yeah, World Tenancy, if it had worked different and was connected to more like a night or day system, or even if it was connected to a system where you can, let's say, make all the decisions within your own world and yourself, and it's not dependent on the rest of the community, I could have even tolerated that. But the way it is, you're kind of at the mercy of the rest of the community, or you're forced to play offline. And I don't think that was a good idea. And I think FromSoft agrees, right? Because they never did it again. They never did World Tenancy quite like that again. The closest they got was the Elden Ring system. Closest they got was Elden Ring. Wow, your boys must be getting high. Those straight swords, I'm telling you. He was smart enough not to walk into that. You gotta give him that. Probably lost this one, but that's okay. You can't win them all. You can't win them all. Yeah, that's it. R1, 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 R1. He's like all shocked. You should not be, my friend. You're using a typical straight sword. You should not be shocked. You should not be shocked. If you had a bad day and play badly in Demon's Souls, they punish you and make it harder. If you play good, the game gets easier. Yeah, I mean, that's true, though. They also have the character tendency, so you get punished if you invade or accidentally kill an NPC. Yeah. And so they sort of did this weird thing where they're like, oh, well, you can be in human form if you invade, but do you really want to, bitch? It's kind of like, I don't know, do I? Did you put the invasion system in there for giggles, or... like, what was the point of that? That's why I consistently, for me, this is it. Dark Souls 3 was the perfect balance for PvP. This was the perfect balance for PvP in spite of the twinking problems that do exist. The character movement is buttery smooth. And a lot of times, honestly, if you're a skilled enough player, the twinking doesn't matter so much, right? Because you can beat a crappy twink with skill in this game. Showing, again, The balance was très magnifique. It was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. And, you know, you can't expect them to serve that up again, I guess, immediately after. Because they did Sekiro, which doesn't count because it doesn't have any online features. And the stupid boss rush shit does not count. Does not count. I was there at the beginning. That was not a feature of the game at first. It was not. It was not. They only added the boss rush feature when they saw that the game, while it's a beautiful game, Sekiro is a beautiful game. It's extremely challenging in all the right ways. But what they saw is that some of the players were not, in fact, a large amount of the players were not gonna bother to get their skill level up to where it needed to be to play the game. And if you guys remember, that's why I stopped playing. I saw that I was gonna have to learn a whole new skill set that really didn't have very much to do with Dark Souls. A lot of it was very different. It was a lot of blocking and stuff like that, right? And this guard breaking stuff that they did, just not the same. This is their over-leveled Phantom. I wonder where they are. Okay, so they got another person hanging out over there. Oh, there they are. There's the statue. Yeah, they're gonna start ganking me here soon, so we gotta move back. The fist. Okay. Ouch. That was definitely garbage. We were doing so well. But that's exactly why they killed us, right? But that is why we had to die. Because that host did not want to face us. And that was the only thing he could do, was be cheap. I dub thee cheap, host. I dub thee cheap. His friends were pretty cool, though. Very sportsmanlike. Unless that was the resummoned friend that killed me, but I don't think so. May have been. Who knows? Hey, Prep! My love, what's up? How are you? I rarely see you on here. I appreciate it, though. It is good to see you. It's always good to see you. Oh, okay. I didn't do very well there. That's alright. Best graphics? Yeah, that looks really good. Worst story, though. Best graphics, worst story. That story is just garbage. I didn't have to get very far into it before I saw that we were not headed in a very good direction. And while I have not personally finished the game, I will admit I was looking for more of a Tenchu experience than I actually ended up getting. I don't know why I'm wandering over here. I was looking for more of a Tenchu experience, so when I got into the game and I didn't get that, and then I saw that I was going to have to learn a bunch of new stuff to be good at the game, I said, man, well, thank you very much, Prep. It means a lot to me that you took some time out to be here. I know it's... I know it's hard for you to do that because you're always very busy. But yeah, I kind of looked into the rest of the game because I wanted to see if it was going to be worth my time to stop what I was doing and, you know, try to learn some of these new skills. And what I found in my research... I don't have the catfall ring, I can't. What I found in my research was that the game was not going to get any more like Tenchu than it already was, right? And it definitely has some similarities. But the game was not going to get any more like Tenchu than it already was. So I said, maybe later. I'm kind of really into Dark Souls 3 PvP right now, and apparently, right, I'm going to be stuck here for the rest of my life. But then on top of that, in my research, I stumbled across some videos that I just couldn't resist watching. Because I wanted to see... Oh no, that was a bad mood, Scrub. I wanted to see if the story was going to start making any more sense. And unfortunately, it really doesn't. It's sort of a convoluted pile of garbage, in my opinion. The main story's dumb. It's dumb. It's this, oh, there's the dragon rod, and so the citizens of the kingdom were using it to get more powerful, and I'm like, wait. And the ancient dragon, and what? Okay. Oh gosh, my controller has died on us, guys. Strange. Well, let's try and swap out our mattress. Poor Blue, what the hell is he doing? Poor Blue's like, please help me! But yeah, the story for Sekiro is garbage. In my opinion, it doesn't seem like it's very good. It's not one of their better storylines. Can I just say, as my last complaint, wolf? What? What the hell is this? This Batman? Why do you have, what is this? The X-Men? Why is your main character named Wolf? That's stupid. I don't even care if there's a metaphorical reason for it. That's dumb. Come on. Give the guy a real freaking name. Please. So, you know, there again, Andor, if I would get into the same back and forth with some of these guys who swear up and down that Sekiro is the greatest FromSoft game ever made. It can't be because the story sucks, right? It may be, you can even argue with me, and you might be right, that it's the most technically balanced for PvE gameplay, and it's just the very best or whatever, but... You know, unfortunately, the reality is that there are multiple other FromSoft games that the story's better. It's more cohesive. It makes more sense. It's more engaging. It's far less confusing. So it can't be the very best one. It can't be. It's impossible because the story is a convoluted pile of garbage, frankly. So it can't be the very best one. It's not the way that works. So I'll say it for the millionth time. These FromSoft games are all beautiful for different reasons. Anyone who says that they suck just probably doesn't like roguelikes to begin with and doesn't like what FromSoft did for the roguelike genre, if you want to call it that. Turning it into the Souls-like genre because it was such a unique way to approach the roguelike idea that it became its own thing. You probably just don't really love games like this. Because even the original DS2, which everyone unfairly beats on, has things about it that are really awesome. So it's not a pile of complete trash. People act like it's a pile of just unredeemable garbage, and that's not true. But they all have things about them that could have been done better. Even DS3, which is, you know, my favorite, clearly. There are things about this game that could have been better. See, in Elden Ring, I feel like that would have been over already. Yeah, that's it. GG, bro. Yeah, and that's really my thing, is people who really love these games are always going to have robust debates about which one is best because they love them. They love them. The people that I can't talk to are the people who, you know, they have one Dark Souls game that they like and they hate all the other ones. Or they have one or two Souls games they like, but they hate all the other ones. Yeah, we probably won't have very good discussions then. Because at some point they're going to start telling me how, you know, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild or something is the greatest game they've ever played, and I'm out. The moment that discussion heads that direction, Scrub is out. Oh no. Guys, this is a terrible place to invade. This is horrible. I've ruined my life. Please. I don't actually want to go anywhere yet. Please, please. Oh, no. Help me. Help me. Help me. I have 15 trillion dudes chasing me. We gotta go and beat these deacons soon. Gotta go take out these decons. These decanters. Do I not have... Guys, do I not have any homeward bones? Oh no, I do, okay. I was like, holy balls. I want a homeward bone right now so badly. Yeah, see, There you go, Andor. If that's exactly what I'm talking about. You don't hate any of the From Software games. You just have your favorite, right? And that's perfectly fine. That's okay. The people I can't talk to are the people who say things like, Sekiro's complete garbage. That's not true. My favorite's Bloodborne. The only one I like is Bloodborne. Okay, then you're not a FromSoft fan. At least give me that. You're not really a FromSoft fan. You just happened to like Bloodborne. But you don't really like their other games.
Side is honorable.
Right, I mean, when I was a kid, I played one of the Kingsfield games. I couldn't tell you which one. It was on PC. It was on a mod, right? It was on a mod program, and the only reason I got it is because it looked cool. I've always loved sword and sorcery stuff, and it looked super freaking cool, man. So I had to try it, right? I had to try it. Had to try it. It looked so cool. Alright, let's see. I want to look at damage here. Weapon damage. Where's my... I don't remember the layout. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Look at that. The Dark Hand is overpowered. The Dark Hand is overpowered. At low level. It is more deadly than my mace. That's a serious problem. That's a serious problem. But that's why we don't make Dark Hand builds.
Speak on.
That's why we don't make Dark Hand builds here. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab this too.
Till we meet again.
That's why we don't make Dark Hand builds here. Because they're cheap as balls. But yeah, people who, you know, they like one or two of the games and then they just senselessly bash on the other ones. They didn't come across Kingsfield when they were a kid. They didn't play it for even a little bit and just think it was one of the greatest things in the world. I just didn't play very much of it because I sucked, right? I was terrible. I couldn't get anywhere. I couldn't get out of the opening areas. I kept dying to these random skeletons and things. I think it was a bunch of skeletons. Anyway, you get my point. All right, we want to increase our bleed potential a little bit here. Oop, I didn't mean to store one of those, but that's okay. The rest of it, we're going to go ahead and hook up some of these dudes. And we actually want to go talk to him and get some more fire bombs. I think I'm low on fire bombs, or at lower on fire bombs. Yeah. Yeah, we're running out.
Goodbye.
Running out.
Oh, this place.
My first From Software game I tried was Demon's Souls. Yeah, see, I can't claim, like, oh, From Software. I didn't know who they were. I didn't know who they were. I didn't know the game was called Kingsfield. I only know that now from loving the Souls series and going back to research FromSoft. It was only at that point that I came to understand that I like a lot of FromSoft games, right? I didn't realize the Tenchu series was by FromSoft. I had no idea. I had no idea. And I loved Tenchu. I played a lot of Tenchu. I had no idea that Otage was a From Software game. And again, I didn't even know what Kingsfield was. I just knew it was a cool first-person style sword and sorcery, and while I didn't really like the first-person thing so much, I was so desperate for, you know, a cool sword and sorcery-based game that I was willing to play, or at least try pretty much anything that was sword and sorcery, because the only other thing I had was, like, you know, what was it, Dragon's Breath, or whatever it was, and Final Fantasy, of course, Dragon Quest or Dragon Warrior, whichever one you want to. Right, that's what we had. Faxandu, right? And those games were okay, but the turn-based thing, while I actually do enjoy a lot, and I am sad that a lot of turn-based games are disappearing. Like Final Fantasy Tactics, in my opinion, is one of the greatest games ever. Chrono Trigger, one of the greatest games ever made. Final Fantasy VI, that was released here originally as Final Fantasy III, one of the greatest games ever made. Those are just some of the ones that immediately come to mind. Final Fantasy IX, oh man. Final Fantasy IX was so good. Zidane and Garnet and whatever the knight's name was that was always worried about Garnet, and the little jester men that were out to get her that worked for Queen Brahms or whatever her name was. It's phenomenal. That's the point. It's phenomenal. Phenomenal. But I always wanted Dark Souls. A part of my heart was waiting for Dark Souls ever since I was a little kid. I couldn't have really defined it for you. But that first time I played DS2, guys, I can't say it enough times. I sucked so badly. I sucked so badly. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm being a dumb. I sucked so bad. But I just had to keep playing. I had to get out of the Forest of Giants somehow. Just tried 10 minutes on Final Fantasy II. Yeah, I remember that one. That was actually Final Fantasy IV, I'm assuming, is the one you're talking about. If you're talking about the Super Nintendo release, Final Fantasy II, yeah. Yep. That one's pretty good as well. A lot of people love that one. I preferred 3/6. It was actually Final Fantasy VI chronologically. I preferred that one, but 2/4 was great as well. It was great as well. The Final Fantasy series lost me after 9. I thought 10 was the biggest pile of crap. And I didn't really like 8. I didn't think 8 was that good. I didn't think 7 was that good. I know a lot of people love Final Fantasy 7. I did not. I thought it was meh. It was okay. It was okay. But then they released Final Fantasy X, and I was like, what is happening? I was out. I was out. They turned me off so hard that the next one I tried was Final Fantasy XII, and it was okay, but I only got about halfway through it before I just got bored. I wasn't engaged anymore, and I moved on, right? And I haven't ever returned to Final Fantasy. I still play those originals sometimes, but I don't care what Final Fantasy does anymore. I just don't. I'm not interested anymore. In my opinion, the Dark Souls series has taken Final Fantasy and shown it what it was supposed to be doing with its life and shoot it off into the darkness of video games. For me, I don't care about the new Final Fantasies at all. They're gonna have a really, really rough time getting my money ever again. They're gonna have a rough time. Yeah, okay, so it was the Super Nintendo, yeah. Yeah, that was Super Nintendo, yeah, Link to the Past. Yep. And who knows, it could have been either one. Did it have Moogles in it? That's actually the defining question. Did it have Moogles in it? Because I'm pretty sure Final Fantasy 2/4 did not have Moogles. Little, or they were called Mogs in there or something. Anyway, they're the little furry white creatures with wings. They're all cute. They look like chinchilla or something. Yeah, 3 is the one that I really love. 3/6, I guess, is the one that I really loved. Ooh, they're fighting the giant. They're fighting they lost to the giant. At least I put the lift back down for them. They're gonna need that. Your helpful neighborhood scrub invader. Yeah, I know a lot of people started with Final Fantasy X, but no. For me, that was a hard no. I think that game sucks. The whole point of playing a sword and sorcery game is because I don't care about sport ball. So the moment you tell me my main hero is a world-renowned sport ball player, I don't mean to be rude, but I also mean this as sincerely as it comes across. Get fucked. I don't want to play no sport ball star. Get the fuck out of here, man. If I want to watch a sport ball star, I'll go watch the original Space Jam. Oh, Sif, who's here? Mommy home, dude? This poor guy. Oh, whoa. That's cool. Then they get brave. It's beautiful. Whoa. Looks like I may have to pause here after this battle. And that's what you need the Dark Hand for. Some sort of cleric knight? Is that what's going on with the outfit here? A cleric knight? We knew that was over. Alright, let me check my phone here, guys. It's exploding. My son might be home from hanging out with his friends. Not sure. Yes, he is here. So 1 minute, I'll be right back, guys. Let me take my thing off so I won't go anywhere. One second. Lords of the Fallen. I'm back. Obviously, Lords of the Fallen. Yeah. I feel like I looked into that game. But I don't remember anything about it. And/or if I won't lie, I don't remember anything about it at all. You know what? This is probably stupid. I probably need to do like this so that when I get my catfall ring, assuming that I can even wear it. So I'm pushing things really close here. Because, yeah, I basically have to wear this ring. And I have to wear the Karthus milk ring to make the build work. So then after that, it's all kind of a question of what's best. And really, yeah, that's the best combo I've got. So we'll keep the Chloranthy ring. It's not that helpful at this level because it's just the base one kind of is meh. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, I meant to actually check and see if anyone was here. I didn't do anything. Yep. There's still people here. No one really in the woods right now, but there's still people here. And if this dries up, we'll just turn to one of our other builds and making that and completing it and then invading on them. So it's whatever. But I feel like I checked Lords of the Fallen out. My memory's so bad these days, man. I just don't remember anything about it, but that's Fibro. That's Fibro. What can you do? I made tacos for everybody yesterday, just as an illustration here at my house, and I was going through the supermarket, grabbing the last few things that I needed to cut up the vegetables and things that go with tacos, American-style tacos, right? And I was like, dang, man. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I'm forgetting something. Surely I'm forgetting something. And I got home, made everything up. Still feeling like I was forgetting something. I said, well, I didn't buy sour cream this time. That must be it. That must be it. No. Nope. I forgot cheese. I forgot cheese. And then I ate my tacos without cheese and I'm eating them. I'm like, man, I feel like something is missing. Guys, it did not. Like, it literally did not come into my brain that I had not bought shredded cheese. I had not put shredded cheese on my taco. I was not eating shredded cheese on my taco. And then I couldn't figure out what the taste difference was. That's the most perfect example I can give of fibromyalgia, right? That's it right there. That's it right there. Just stupid. It's absolutely stupid. It makes no sense at all. It's not old age. It's the disease. It causes like this mental fogginess over your brain, and on days when it's really bad, the simplest things in the world, the most obvious things in the world, doesn't matter how hard you try, you cannot think through the fog. You just can't, and it's very frustrating. Because I like to consider myself to be a fairly intellectual guy. I read a lot. I like to debate things like, you know, which Dark Souls game is best. And it's really hard when you're in a place where, at least not every day, but on some days, that is taken from you. There's nothing you can do. Yeah, that is probably not the best idea. Yeah, there was that. But yeah, that's kind of what was happening. And that is what happens to me sometimes. It's like I want to stream, and sometimes I can go straight through. And sometimes I can stream when I'm not feeling very well. Sometimes I feel really terrible. You know, and when it comes to feeling that way, it's like you still have to go to the store. You still have to make tacos because your family needs to eat. And you push yourself through those things. They're necessary, right? But that means you may end up skipping streaming. So I apologize, but the days I disappear, usually that's what's happening. Is I've prioritized trying to get family stuff done, my responsibilities there, and making sure I have enough energy and mental acuity to get through those things. So, streaming, it's like I'd like to do it, but do I have to? No, I don't have to. I just want to. But it has to take a back seat to making tacos. That's just the way it is. So that's the old one. They are making a new Lords of the Fallen coming in fall 2023. Well, I'll still have to look into the old one. Are they like very different? Should I not look into the old one? Like, does the old one stinkies? Is there a reason the new one's better? I feel like we talked about this once before. Is there a tornado warning? Oh, this person's gonna get an easy invasion here. Hold on, sorry guys, I gotta take this message from Prep. See what's going on here. Oh, Sif, who is it? Is it Mommy? Hold on, guys. Okay, I'm back. There's a severe thunderstorm where we're at. And I guess Prep was schooling me a little bit, somewhat rightly. I did not realize that on her message... Who in the world is this guy fighting? I did not realize that on her message, in Twitch, she was telling me that she was only on my stream because she was pulled over because of the weather. I guess I should have known because she's never on the stream, so... I should have known that there was some reason, right? Something was happening. So that's my fault.
He didn't respond to me in text. I was like, well, I guess I'll hop on it. Maybe he'll respond to me back. I mean, it is super weather out here. Trees are knocked over. My car was blowing so badly, I'm pretty sure the town next to us is under a tornado warning.
Poor guy.
Much like invaders in their soul scenes in nowhere.
It's true. The old one wasn't that popular, but the new one looks smoother and looks way better. Okay, so don't. You're telling me don't look into the old one too much. Got it. Got it. That's fair. Oh, I'm already invading as a watchdog. So this is good. This 30 plus 3 is good. You can go a lot of places in 30 plus 3. Oh gosh. So forget it. He said forget it. I don't want to fight you. I should have known when Prep found time to come on the stream that it was because of something was going wrong. They only did the fap to me to distract me. They weren't going to let me fap back. They were using it as a free attack. That's okay. That is okay. We lose nothing when we lose as a watchdog. It's part of why we've got that on, but we're trying to invade the chapel too. We should get more people this way overall. But yeah, Prep made it home, and she's going to be doing some work here from home. And it seems like the storm that she was in is only just now hitting us here at the house. I actually didn't really notice any weather of any kind until a minute ago. I thought I heard somebody. I thought I heard somebody. Let's see if they're in the chapel here. Not what I expected to find, so they probably did move past us and further into the level, is what I'm guessing. Oh, I need to buy more of those. What in the world? Oh, are they fighting the giant? Or getting shot at by the giant? know in a minute. Yeah, there he is. Big bonk. A little bit here. Maybe not. Alright, that's it. They've healed multiple times. Wow, dude. There are no rules. There are no rules for Holy Ghost. Oh my. Yeah, we'll assume they went this way, considering. Well, that went how it went. That much is certain. That went how it went. Alright, let's actually take a brief aside from invading. Or attempt to. And let's see if we can take out the deacons. Shouldn't be too much trouble. And then we'll have our ring, Silver Cat ring. We should have our Silver Cat ring. I think beaten all the necessary bosses, or will have beaten all the necessary bosses at that point to move Sirius's quest line forward so that that's available. And she'll give it to us. There. No one likes it. Johnny Fatso. Big boy. Split these dudes, and they're hard to knock down. Some of the larger guys. Make a path. Make way. I'm gonna try to unlock and make sure we're keeping an eye out around us here. Sneak up. that he's done before they finish the spell. Then we will be in trouble. Cursed to death. We want supplies, so let's go ahead and throw that on. Took a minute. Boom. And let's go ahead and get our deacon set while we're at it. As well. And back. From outer space. Now we're going back to the shrine to grab some items. Oh man, is she not here? Really? I thought Cirrus was gonna show up now. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. We do meet again. Indeed. Man, I thought Cirrus was gonna show up. I guess not. Don't tell me I have to beat Walnir. I don't remember that. I mean, I will if I have to, but a lot of people in the woods, it looks like. Alright. So she's got the resin we need. 5 more of those. Nah. Make it 6 more of those. Trying to figure out you can carry 20. So let's go ahead and just get 20 for now. Because mostly I want to try to get these. Some green blossomums. Let me have a little left. Let's see if we can get a couple of bombs.
Oh, and
I can get 8. I forgot what they cost. Won't lie. I totally forgot what they cost. That's phenomenal. I had to start a new character for the ring achievements. Yikes. Because I am in New Game Plus 3 and killing the NPCs is way harder. Yeah. Oh, I bet. I about pulled my hair out with Meralda, the butcher. I think it was Meralda is how you say her name. Because Melinda is Dark Souls. Oh no, she's Meralda the Executioner. That's it. Yeah. When I went to New Game, even just New Game Plus, she was the one that I was like, holy crap. This is not awesome. I was like, man, I don't want to do this. She's really hard. She's really hard on New Game anyway, because of the dumb little arena they have you in. I've already killed them, dude. Do you not know? Thank you. Oh yeah, I should probably. What is it? Is this their throne? No, this is their throne then. Yeah, with all the swords around it. Yeah, here we go. So that's the other problem. I'm not advancing the story, so I wouldn't know when she's gonna show up. Let's work back here and change everything. Man, no luck, huh? Well, that sucks. It might be you have to beat Walnir. I don't remember. Oh man, I don't really feel like doing that right now. Not when there's invasions to be had. And there still are, so we're going to go back to the cleansing chapel. Not worry about our ring right now. We'll just play it safe. We don't have to have it, right? It's just very convenient. And we need to get that before we join Rosaria's Covenant, because of course, after joining Rosaria's Covenant officially and starting to get the invisibility ring, which that's not what it's called, but you know what I mean. She'll get bad, and Sirius won't give us our rewards at all for her quest line. You have to help on the bridge. Oh, yeah, so it is Walnir then. Yeah, I think you're right. It is Walnir. This does sound familiar now that you mention it. Yeah. So, yeah, I will have to beat Walnir then. Heck yeah, dude. Manners. I love it. Peace, Scarlet. Black garlic. Okay. Alright guys, I actually am going to go ahead and pause here. I said I would probably have to at a couple points throughout the day, so I have to go ahead and pause here, and I will be back again very soon though. I won't be gone too long, at most maybe an hour or so, and I'll be back, and we'll either continue here or we'll do some lower level invasions depending on how things look at that point. So thank you very much for hanging with the Scrub Invader. I hope you come back to see me again soon. Till then, take it easy. See you in an hour or so, Andorf. Take it easy, my friend.